a custom in Turkey where they can ruin a woman's life by changing her citizenship card to make into prostitute. And she can't go anywhere. Now, I have talked about that. This is part of C3's history. It's going back and forth with the devil. Because if you're new coming in, Hanna was helping these kind of women via her mother. So it's the family of angels. You know, she would rent places or tried, you know, who knows the crap that they do. Never did I think that it would be done to me. Because I'm thinking about it now. According to the Indians, the Turks may have sold me over to them. Or the compound may have sold me over to them, being diaspora via Kim. It's the same groups, you know, whether the Turks, the Armenians, or the Kurds, one of the three. And that gives them the full right for management. Now, when you're a Canadian, you are protected under certain legalities. In Canada, they can't do that shit. It's not Anatolia or Pakistan, because I'm sure there's all kinds of crap there too. So the reason why this topic's coming up again is because I covered majority of the contracts. It's clean money. When the Saudis messaged me or posing as Saudi, I had to explain to them as well. I can only think of the Turks selling me over to the Indians as a medical experiment, which is not correct. You cannot do that because I'm bi statist, meaning my birth country is Turkey and my home turf is Canada. And I'm partly raised in the United States, which makes it worse because the Yankees don't tolerate that shit. So that's why this story is coming up again. But there's another thing that's very, very disturbing. It could be, as I'm sitting here reading a book on newly modified historical content for Canada. It's just been newly modified. Probably the Germans. As I'm reading these Illumination books, I'm really saddened because it's not an intelligent maneuver. It's almost like the highest intelligence got killed and left the Bay of Pigs in Canada. And they're using AI to bring information into my head from the past. Now, how disturbing is that? So, to the people who think the Turks or the Armenians or the Kurds sold me to the Indians illegally, you cannot do that. You're not allowed to test on humans that are Canadian. You're not allowed to test on humans even if I was African. So I have to now put it on the board, which is the main wall, along with my spit, probably this weekend or next, saying, you know, I'm still the legal owner. So I'm actually fighting for a small sliver of an apple pie because they came in and created World War III in Canada. And I'm dealing with people that were brought in who are based out of God knows where. Some of them are gypsies. So, for example, like even today, I'm thinking about this. That's abnormal, number one. Number two is the harm they're doing. Because, you know, the list is very, very long. So we're trying to, not only did they harm me, they harmed our security structure for our nationalism. And, you know, like all I'm saying is, when you do things, you do it right. If you bring in people and you get $5, you're not looking at the bigger picture or the long-term picture of what is a Jew. Another entry